What does someone playing hot and cold with you have in common with a water faucet? Leave it running long enough and you'll be asking, what are you waiting for? What's up, guys? I'm David Medawar. Let's talk about hot and cold behavior and these dating games that we just don't like and how you can solve this problem once and for all. You're going to want to stick around because when someone is hot and cold with you, that already tells you what you need to know, believe it or not. But before I get into the solution, let me take a step back for a second, because some of you may have never heard this term hot and cold. Hot is when someone's in a cycle of really texting you all the time, all the time. But then cold is the opposite, where it seemed like they were really into you, and then all of a sudden, the script changes. You're texting this person, and you're waiting, and they're just really slow to get back to you. Maybe you made a date with them, and they're just like, I'm not really sure I want to hang out today because I got to take a look at my parakeet for the next 4 days and make sure he's got a friend. So how do we stop this issue? You know what's funny is that the first thing you have to recognize is that hot and cold behavior is actually a hard cycle to break without knowledge of a basic human need that it's meeting. See, when someone's hot and cold with you and you don't know when you're going to get that next text from them, it's actually creating excitement. When things are predictable in life, we tend to get bored. So the basic need of uncertainty is actually being met with hot and cold behavior. Now, how does this help you? Well, it's actually a clue on one of the things you need to do, because if you're being emotionally driven by this excitement of someone that's being hot and cold with you, that might be suggesting, hey, there's something in my life I can do to be having a lot more fun, to have more excitement in my life. If you've got this void where you're not really having a lot of exciting things in your personal life and you're relegating it to relying on somebody else to meet those needs for you, that can leave us running on empty. So really, this is a time to be your own best friend. Instead of sitting there staring at that phone wondering when that person's going to get back to you, find a new hobby that you like. If you don't know what you like, that's okay too. So when someone's hot and cold with you, that's basically telling you that they're not so into you that they always want to choose you. See, there's a book I read by Mark Manson called Models, and he said it so profoundly. He talked about how if someone doesn't say heck yes when you want to hang out with them, the answer is a no. If someone's hot and cold with you, that's going to leave you on eggshells. That's going to leave them in the driver's seat. Because now you're stuck thinking, what do I have to do to earn this person? I'm here to tell you that even if you've been used to this hot and cold dating cycle, it doesn't have to be this way. Dating isn't meant to be hard. We actually make it hard. So when someone's hot and cold with you, that's already telling you all you need to know. That's telling you, look, this is someone where sometimes they want to choose you and sometimes they don't want to. They might be unsure themselves. So really, to stop this cycle, you don't want to focus on changing this person. You want to be willing to walk away. And not just walk away, but down the line when you're going on future dates, when you're meeting new people, don't be so quick to jump into something committed with them, but also be willing to ask, how into me does this person seem? How consistent are they? Can I have an open and honest conversation with them and feel comfortable? Are they week in and week out, for the most part, consistent? Because, okay, people are human, right? You can't expect perfection from somebody, but it is really good to ask if someone's going to show up for you as often as they can. If somebody can be your teammate. You have to also not fall into a trap of thinking that physical attraction and chemistry automatically means that somebody's really into you. Somebody can be physical with you, but unsure with you at the same time. And that's why it's good to take it slow with dating, because just since somebody in the beginning seems really into us, it doesn't mean that they're going to keep feeling that way. And I'm not here to tell you to put your guard up, but really to have good boundaries. And if it seems like somebody's playing hot and cold, be willing to have a conversation. Ask something like, what are your intentions with me? Where do you see this going? If that pushes somebody away, do you really want to be with them?